this is Dave Walsh, host of Card Talk, and today we are going to tackle our second attempt at the Treachery of Rudar. I just got back from vacation, and I'm feeling refreshed and revived. And so you can see it's all set up here, but let's, even before I shuffle up and get my deck, let's look at the stuff a little more closely, because I'm going to have to shuffle these into my deck before I get my hand, and I want to make sure everybody's good with it. So let's take a look and see what we have to do to set up. It says Secrets of Rudar. This is the Treachery of Rudar. This is some people love this quest, but playing solo, this isn't one of my favorite quests. I don't know, maybe you'll see why, or maybe you saw why in my last recording, but anyways, let's go through it. It says setup, we make the Great Hall the active location. So let's look at the Great Hall. Okay, so the Great Hall is a unique 4-threat, 8 quest point location with the trait Ruins, I guess. That's fun. And it says when the Great Hall is explored, each player discards the top 5 cards in the encounter deck and chooses an undead enemy he discarded in this way to add to the staging area. And then the next sentence of the quest card says, set Thardir aside out of play. So we'll go over Thardir when he enters play. Then it says, add the 3 Treachery of Rudar side quests to the staging area, quest side face up. So let's look at those cards. Okay, so these are the 3 Treachery of Rudar side quests, and you'll see I kind of put them in order of quest points. The one kind of behind in the lower left is called Decipher Ancient Texts, and that says while that is the current quest, allies get -2 willpower, and the action is pay 1 resource to place 1 progress on Decipher Ancient Texts. Any player may trigger this action limit 3 times per round. So that one we can do without actually having to make the active quest. We can just pay to explore it. The side quest Quiet the Spirits, that's the 16 one there on the lower right hand side. It says while Quiet the Spirits is the current quest, each undead enemy that enters play immediately engages the player with the highest threat. That's me because I'm playing solo. And it says enemies that engage a player from the effect still contribute their threat to the total threat in the staging area. So it's like they go into the staging area, but they get put into play engaged and they still count their threat. And then after an enemy is destroyed, I get to place 2 progress on Quiet the Spirits. And then the last one there, kind of in the middle with 18 quest points, is called Sift Through the Debris. And it says while Sift Through the Debris is the current quest, each location in the staging area gets +1 threat. So we have an enemy one, we have a location one, and then we have one that takes resources. And so we have all sorts of ways to get through these side quests. And then it says forced after a location explored, place 2 progress on Sift Through the Debris. And each one of these has stuff on the other side of it, but we will go over what's on the other side when I actually explore them or defeat each of those quests. So there's the Treachery of Rudar side quests. And then it says, search the encounter deck for 1 copy of Ancient Causeway and add it to the staging area. The Ancient Causeway says is a 3 threat 2 quest point location with the Arnor Ruins keywords or traits. And it says when Ancient Causeway is explored, raise each player's threat by 2. And then it says the first player gains control of Amarthiel. Okay, we'll go over Amarthiel again. It's like the only thing that I've done every single playthrough has gone over Amarthiel and his boon, Amarthiel's Courage. Okay, so we'll flip over Secrets of Rudar. It's hard to see because of the light, but it says time 5, and it says forced after the last time counter is removed from Secrets of Rudar. Remove each Treachery of Rudar side quest from the game and immediately advance to stage 2. So because those are double-sided side quests, it's strange, but the front side is considered a side quest, and then the back of it is considered a different thing, an attachment, an objective attachment. So, and it says during the quest phase, Secrets of Rudar cannot be chosen as the current quest, so we have to pick one of the side quests. So the campaign card just says you are playing campaign mode. That's it. I don't add anything. I don't have to worry about anything. But there are a couple of boons and burdens that are out there. So let's go through them here so that we know what's going on. Arnor Ravage says it's a Doom. It's got the Doom trait. Not very many things have the Doom trait, but it says set up add Arnor Ravage to the staging area with damage on it equal to the amount of damage marked on it in the campaign log. So that's 1, and then it says after an attack damages a character but does not destroy it, move 1 damage from Arnor Ravage to that. So basically, if I take damage, I'm going to take an extra damage during that first attack, but it has to be during an enemy attack. It's not through quest card effects or side quest effects or treachery effects. It has to be during combat. Let's take a look at some of the boons and Amarthiel, of course, and then I'll deal out my hand and we will get started. So Amarthiel is an objective ally. He's got 1 willpower, 3 attack, 3 defense, and 3 hit points at least base. His response is never used because I'm playing solo, but Amarthiel's courage will boost him to having 1 extra willpower, giving him 2 willpower and then 4 hit points. So he becomes even a better defender. And I'm allowed to, using Amarthiel's courage, I'm allowed to ready him once per game, and that's come in handy. I don't think that there's been a game that I haven't used that. And because it's a setup action, I really like that. I didn't want to take Iarion's Pendant because drawing Iarion's Pendant can be a pain in the neck. So let's now take a look at 2 more boons that I've earned that actually go into my deck. Okay, that boon on the left is Determination. It says attach Determination to a unique character, then ready each character with a copy of Determination attached, as well as each character who is determined in the campaign log. So right now, the only person that is determined in the campaign log is Thranduil. I missed out playing this in Mount Graham, and then I never drew it in Ettenmoors. I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. And then I did earn Silverthorn, which is great. It's not, I have to draw it again, but it's 0 cost, and it says while attacking or defending against an enemy, the attached hero gains +1 attack, +1 defense, if that enemy shares a trait with an enemy in the victory display. And so there's going to be a lot of undead enemies, so putting an undead enemy into the victory display, and then automatically I'll be able to get that bonus. So, and that's what Silverthorn's response is. You can attack and destroy something and put it into the victory display. Okay, for my hand, I ended up taking a mulligan, and then I redrew and I ended up getting this hand. So we'll see what we have here. I have the Nath Guide there on the left. And so when the Nath Guide enters play, you choose a hero. That hero doesn't exhaust a quest. And then Legolas, who is awesome, it allows for card draw. After he participates in an attack that destroys an enemy, you get to draw 1 card. So that is phenomenal. So hopefully I'll be able to get out that guy. And then my 0 cost stuff, I can't even say 0 cost events anymore because I got 0 cost Galleon in my opening hand, and it's so the 0 cost event is Island Amid Perils. You pull Sylvan back into your hand and you reduce your threat by X, which is the cost of the Sylvan. Which is nice because Legolas, for example, costs 4, so I can bring him back into my hand and I can reduce my threat by 4. That's good. But then Galleon, who is 0 cost, is really nice because he doesn't seem to do anything. He can't attack or defend, but when he comes into play, he gets +1 willpower because of Celeborn, and then he gets +1 the turn he enters play. So he quests for 2 during the first round, but then after that, he's kind of useless unless you have something that's going to bring him back into your hand. And then the last 2 cards I have are the Host of the Glathrum, which is a planning action. So I return each Sylvan ally back into my hand, and then replay it for no cost. It's not worded the best in terms of what it does, but basically all the allies that are Sylvans go up into my hand, and then I get their re-enter play effects. And then Nenya, which is Galadriel's Ring, and she gets a lore resource icon, which sometimes is the best part of it. But as a quest action, you can throw her significant willpower, 4, over to any other character that is, I guess, questing usually, but it doesn't have to be. It's just throw her willpower to some other character. And then last but not least, I have the One Ring. That's already out and on Thranduil. That's a restricted attachment. It's a pain in the neck that it's restricted sometime, but that's okay. So basically, the One Ring doesn't do anything by itself, which I think is cool design. It doesn't benefit you in and of itself, but you go get the One Ring, and then that gets attached to a hero, and that lowers your threat elimination level by 5, which is crazy for some of these quests because they seek to raise your threat by a ton, but nonetheless, so far so good. I've been able to stave that off, but they allow you access to master cards. The one on the left is one of them, and it's basically it gives you extra willpower, and then you can, after that character commits to the quest, you can exhaust the ring, raise your threat by 1, and then every unique character gets an extra willpower to do what you need to do. So it's pretty dang cool. It's a lot of good stuff there. So I normally go get the defendy one, the one that gives you an extra defense and then cancels the shadow effect. But in this case, I want to try to quest through side quests. So I'm going to need all the help I can get questing and getting through the scenario by questing. Okay, so there's Arnor Ravaged and the Ancient Causeway and the Great Hall, the 3 side quests, the quest card. My threat, I did end up getting Fend Off Despair once, so that lowers my starting threat 2, so I'm at 27 starting threat. And a couple of things you can see over here. This is the campaign card, and Thardir's over here, but it's good. So I guess we can get some resources and start playing some cards. Okay, so I got Quicker Than Sight. Quicker Than Sight cancels a shadow effect. It's a Sylvan shadow cancellation. Okay, so I know that I want to bring out Legolas, and the Cunning boon gives me 2 extra resources to start, but I think I want to try to get out a lot of this other stuff here too. So let me see. So I'm going to play Nenya. Of course, that's the good way to start. And then I'm going to bring out Galleon. I'm going to bring out the Nath Guide for 2. I'm going to play Power of Command onto the character with the One Ring, which happens to be Thranduil, for 1. And then the only character I have left in my hand is Legolas, which I may not be able to play right away, but as long as I can use Thranduil's ability, I may be able to save up for next turn and play him. We'll see what happens. Okay, now for the Nath Guide is going to target Thranduil here. Okay, I have to adjust my camera. Hold on a second. Camera adjusted. It's the hard part about recording live live playthroughs. Sometimes you have technical difficulties. Okay, so I'm hoping to save for Legolas maybe next turn, depending on what comes out. But the Nath Guide is going to target Thranduil. Thranduil is questing for 2 right now. I gotta pick a side quest. I think the side quest that I'm going to pick is the Quiet the Spirits. That seems to be the normal one. Now this card is a huge buffer. It has 8 quest points, so I have to get through this and then to here. It's tough to do, let's say that. Okay, so let's quest. So I'm questing for 2, 5, 7, 9, 11. I'm questing for 11. After I commit him, I'm going to raise his threat and exhaust the 1 ring. So that gives me +1 for each unique character. So even though she's not questing, Galadriel isn't questing, I still get +1. So that's going to be one extra 1, 2, 3. So that's 14. And then if she commits, that would be another 5, which I probably will do. So 14 versus 3 in the staging area. I have 8 here, so hopefully this is something that I can handle. Okay, it says Curse of the Years. So let's take a look at what this is. Okay, so Curse of the Years is a sorcery treachery. Oh, okay, get it, because Thardir is going to come out. If you don't know what that means, just wait. And it says deal 1 damage to each exhausted character. Each player with a threat of 35 or higher must discard each exhausted attachment he controls. I don't have to worry about the second one, and I only have 2 characters exhausted right now, which are Celeborn and Amarthael. Okay, it's the beauty of the Sylvans, I guess. Okay, so I did damage to Celeborn and Amarthael. I will discard this guy, and everything stays the same. I'm going to use Galadriel's ability, or Nenya's ability with Galadriel, and increase my willpower to 19. So let's see, 3 plus 8. This is done. Okay, and so let me make sure I see. This says each player discards the top 5 cards and then discard this way into the staging area. So I got to put cards in the staging area, so I'll do that. Okay, this goes into the victory display. Okay, so I picked the Cursed Dead. We can take a look at the Cursed Dead under the ISO camera. And so the Cursed Dead says, put each copy of Cursed Dead in the discard pile into play in the staging area. So this isn't a horrible card if there's only 1, but that when revealed is tough. And this is one of the few enemy cards that I can use. I would use a Test of Will to cancel their when revealed. That when revealed is that nasty. Otherwise, it's just kind of a wimpy little enemy, and sometimes you just don't even want to engage it. But I'll have to engage it because of, just what's going on here. But nonetheless, it's a pain in the neck. Okay, so that goes into the staging area. Okay, so here's the Cursed Dead. So 11, so I get to do 8 progress. So I get to do 8 progress here. So that's going to be 5, 3 is 8, so that's good. I'm going to travel to the Ancient Causeway to get that threat out of there. And this guy actually engages me because this is the current quest. And so because Quiet the Spirits is the current quest, I have to engage any enemy that enters the staging area. Okay. So I'm going to use Thranduil. Let's see, I traveled, and so now I'm going to deal a shadow card. I'm going to use Thranduil to defend. Thranduil defends for 3. And this guy has 3 defense, or 3 attack. And there is a shadow effect that says, if the defending player does not control a clue objective, the attacking enemy makes an immediate attack after this one. Okay? So this guy makes an immediate attack after this one. I don't have a way to cancel the I do have a way to cancel the shadow effect. So I'm going to play Quicker Than Sight. Let's take a look at that. So Quicker Than Sight says return a Sylvan ally you control to your hand to cancel a shadow effect just triggered during combat. So I'm going to pull back Galleon. Remember this guy? He's the best guy to pull back because he's 0 cost. I can bring him out again. And so it helps recycle these 0 cost events. And then we'll see where we are in combat. Okay, so I'll pull back Galleon, and this goes in the discard pile. Okay, so I don't have to worry about an additional attack there. And let's see. One of the things I was able to explore location, so I get 2 progress on sift through debris. I'm hoping to get 2 of these. If I can get 2 of those, that's pretty good for solo play. So the only thing that I'm going to do, I guess, is I will ready Amarthiel using his ability, using his condition, Amarthiel's Courage, and then I will attack and kill this. And that puts 2 more onto Quiet the Spirits. So that's pretty good. That was a pretty good first round. I put 12 progress on side quests, and yeah, that's about as good as you can ask for. Okay, so we'll ready. Reads our threat. Draw a card. And I get Feigned Voices, which is great because that's a cancel an attack. So it's good. And then I'll bring out resources. And then the last thing I'll do is bring out Galleon. Okay. So now I can do a whole bunch of questing, hopefully, and then bring out Legolas during the combat phase with Thranduil's combat action. That's my plan. Let's see how well this works out. Okay, so I'm going to commit Thranduil, and then I'm going to use the 1 ring and raise my threat by an extra 1. So my threat is 30 now. Okay. So Thranduil's 2. Let's see. Am I going to keep this? Here's the thing. Yeah, let's do this. So 2, 4, 7. You know what I'm forgetting to do? On this quest, there are time counters. So this is the second round, so there should be 4 time counters here left. So, okay, so those are my time counters. There's 4 of them left. Okay, so again, let's see. We're doing 2, 6, 7. Wait, 2, 6, 7. And then another 3 is 10. That would be great. And then to save her would be really good. Okay. So I don't have any cancellation in my hand, so whatever comes out I have to take. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I get okay, I get the Cursed Dead. So now look, I get 2 of them because I just killed 1. And then I have 2, so I have 2 in the staging area. Now this is the current quest, so both of these engage me, and that's just the way it is. So let's see. So then I do 2 here. So so this goes goodbye, and I raise my threat by 2. And I made exactly 6 here. Oh, I get exactly 6 here, which is what I want, right? 10, 2, 4, right. So that's good. So I'm able to get through this. And then this goes in the staging area. When I claim it, I'll show you what it is. It's Daeknar's Brand. Okay, because I don't know how well I can go through here. Okay, so I'm going to use Galadriel, lower my threat by 1, and draw a card. And I get the Sylvan Tracker, which is good because that heals. Okay. So now I have to deal with these guys. So we'll do 1, 2. And then I'll play Legolas. I know it's stupid, but I'm having trouble figuring out ways to defend all of these attacks. So I'm going to use Feigned Voices to cancel one of the attacks to keep my position good. So let's look at Feigned Voices. Okay, so Feigned Voices says return a Sylvan ally you control to your hand to choose an enemy. The engaged with a player, that enemy cannot attack that player this phase. So again, there's Galleon coming in really good, coming in a pinch here. Okay, so there's Galleon and Feigned Voices. Galleon comes back into my hand, Feigned Voices over here, and I will cancel this guy's attack. I will defend here with a Marthiel. So Marthiel's defending for 3 and this guy's attacking. It says for each point of damage dealt by this attack, remove 1 progress from each quest in play. So no damage, no damage. Perfect. Okay, and so now I will use his ability, I'll use him to kill the one that didn't attack me. Okay, so there's 1 cursed dead in the okay, because this guy killed somebody, I'm able to draw a card. I get the Elven King. Whew, that's awesome. Okay, and now we ready end of round here. Oh, before that, I get to put 2 progress on this quest. So that'd be 6, so I'll put a 5 spot on there, and then remove that. So now that's 6. It's hard to see. You can't see it. I'm having camera issues. So that's 6. Okay, so ready. Okay, raise my threat. Get rid of a time counter. Give myself some resources here. Okay, and draw a card. And I get Elf Friend. Wow, this is crazy. This is going pretty well here. Okay, so I'm going to put the Elven King onto Thranduil. Let's take a look at what the Elven King does, because you're going to want to know why that's so important. So the Elven King gets attached to a Sylvan hero. It's 1 cost leadership attachment. And you exhaust the Elven King and return a Sylvan ally to your hand. And then you can ready the attached hero. So again, remember this 0 cost guy? It's going to able to use Thranduil multiple times to be able to ready and to do all sorts of stuff. Okay, so the Elven King is going to go on to the actual Elven King. Okay. Somebody once told me, it was Ted from the podcast, that defense is probably the most important starting thing you can do. So I believe him. So that's why that's going here. I'll bring out Galleon again. And then I think I'm going to bring out Elf Friend. So Elf Friend is really going on to Galadriel, and I'll show you why. So you put Elf Friend on a character. It's a 1-cost neutral attachment, and that character gets the Noldor and Sylvan traits. Now, Galadriel has the Noldor trait, so that's not there, but the Sylvan trait is really nice, because when you have, and I'll show you this here, when you have the Sylvan Tracker, when that comes into play, you get to heal 1 damage off of Sylvans when they ready during the refresh phase. So making her Sylvan allows for healing on Galadriel. So that's what I want to have access to, is healing on Galadriel. Okay, so Elf Friend goes on to Galadriel. And now it's time for questing. I want to, let's see, what am I going to make here? I think I'm going to go through here because it says every location gets +1. So I don't have a location. Actually, you know what I did? I accidentally put 2 on this side quest last time, and I shouldn't have. This should still be back to 4. Because this is the location-y side quest. Okay, so I'm going to pick Sift Through Debris to be my active quest. Okay, so I'm questing for, let's see, I will quest, let's see, I need 14. There's no active location. Let's see how many I can get up to. 3. Four. I guess I'll do Thranduil. 4. So that's so let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm gonna raise my threat to give more questy stuff here. I have to be careful. I don't want my threat to get too crazy, but it may be the thing to do. And now every single one of my unique characters, except for Thranduil, because he already has the bonus, gets +1. So that's an extra 1, 2. So is that 8? Let's see. So, and I guess I'll quest with Amarthiel to get me up to 11. So let me just double check here. 2, 6, 9, 10. I'm just going to stay at... No, you know what? I'll use Amarthiel to get me up to 13. I know. It's the most exciting part about this is watching the account for willpower. Right, let me just double check. 2, 6, 9, 10, 13. Okay, with the bonus. So I'm at 13. I'm questing against 0 in the staging area. So, and I need to put 14 here. So I have a little bit. And if I need to, I could use Cunning. So I have lots of things that I can do. Okay, so let's see what we get. Oh, we get a side quest. Yay, Surge. So let's take a look at what this does. It says, Seal the Tomb. Surge. At the end of the refresh phase, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Return the topmost undead enemy in the encounter discard pile to the staging area. Yay. So that's we're gonna have to get through that as soon as we can. But it surges, so let's see what it surges into. The Ruins of Arnor, which says, after when revealed, effect of a treachery card is canceled, raise each player's threat by 2. Well, I don't have a way to cancel that stuff right now, so that's good. So I guess we'll try to make Seal the Tomb work for us. Okay, so here's the Ruins of Arnor. Here's Seal the Tomb. We have 2. We did 13, so that's 11 there. And I need to do 14. So I guess that I will use Galadriel to increase by 5 to get up to 18. And so that gets us through. Oh, wait. Yeah, because it's 3. That just gives me an extra. This is an extra, so that's fine. 3, 18, 13. Wait. Oh, 15. Yeah. Okay. I quested for 18. Minus 3 is 15. That's still enough here. Okay, so again, we'll take a look at that in a little bit. Okay, I'll move those over. We'll travel to the Ruins of Arnor. And we'll do something with this guy here. Okay, so I will use the Elven King to ready Thranduil. I'll bring the Sylvan Tracker back up to my hand, and then I will I'll defend here. Okay, so let's see. No shadow. Okay, and then I'll do 3 damage and kill this guy. Okay, and because I killed him, I get to draw a card, and I get the Glathr Minstrel, which is what I want. Okay, so end of the round. We refresh everybody and get rid of time counter, and it says discard 1, 2, 3. Ah, look, there's Fend Off Despair. Okay, and then the topmost gets put back into play where? Into the staging area. Let's see, raise our threat, draw. Oh, I get a Test of Will, look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay, and now I'm going to bring in the Minstrel, and we'll take a look at the Minstrel. When the Glathr Minstrel enters play, I get to look for an event card in the top 5 of my deck. Then I could shuffle the cards back into my deck that are not the event. So I only get one event, and it's Determination, which is actually a really good event in this case. And I'll shuffle my deck back up. So that boon is really good. I'm really excited to see that because I can target, well, any number of characters that are in the game. Okay, so there's the Minstrel. Minstrel costs 2. Remember, Nenya gives Galadriel the lore resource icon. And Determination goes into my hand. And I will put Galleon back out into play. And I think I'm close here. I'm going to make this the current quest, so that way I don't have to do anything crazy. And we'll see. I'm probably not going to be able to get through this scenario, but it is what it is. I'm going to quest. I need to quest for like 9. There's 1 here, so I need to quest for 10. Let's see. I can do 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I guess. 8, 2, 4, 5, 8. Okay, so let's hope that I don't get anything crazy here. Oh, okay, so this is losing time. I earned these last time in the Entenmore, so let's see what we get here. Okay, so this is Surge. It says each player must either raise their threat by 3 or exhaust a hero they control. I'm going to choose to exhaust a hero I control because I can ready Thranduil like a number of different ways, so I'm going to do that, but it gets Surge, so let's see what happens. And it surges into the Dark Lord, or Dark Lord, I guess. It's not, or Dead Lord, sorry. And it says after Dead Lord enters play, put the topmost undead enemy in the discard pile into play engaged with you. So let's see what the topmost undead enemy is. Okay, the topmost undead enemy is the Wight from Rudar, or the Wight of Rudar. It says, while the current quest has 1 or more progress on Wight of Rudar, gains Surge. While the current quest has 2 or more progress on it, Wight of Rudar gains Doom 2. Okay, so the Dead Lord is out. This guy's engaged with me, so I'm at 4. Okay. So now what do we do here? So I have 4. I quested for, let's see here, 8. So 4. I'll do this, so that's 12. So that's 3. 6 is 9. Oh, dang it. Did I miss it by 1? I missed it by 1. That Stinks. Is what it is. This goes goodbye. Okay, now my threat is 34, so I'm going to have to engage these two guys. Okay, and now I need to do some defending, so I will... Oh, let me do this in order here. I have to deal shadow cards. 1, 2, 3. Now I will ready Thranduil. And bring the Weaver, or the Galleon, back into my hand. Okay. And I will defend. I will defend the Dark Lord for 4 here. It says attacking against +1. Okay, so that's 5. So Thranduil takes 2 damage. And then this damage here comes off. And so he's pretty close to dead right now. It's a shame. Okay. Now I'm going to defend this guy with Marthiel. And it says for each point of damage, there's no damage that this guy does. And now I'm going to spend 1. And I'm going to play Determination on a Marthiel. And so that readies a Marthiel and Thranduil. Because Thranduil was determined the last time here. So I don't have a way to cancel a shadow effect. This guy's attacking for 3. Okay, well, I guess I have to defend with a Marthiel because a Marthiel has the thing. So no shadow. I should have defended with Thranduil. Okay. Okay, now I need to do some damage here. So I need to kill some things. I would love to kill... I'm going to kill the Dead Lord. So I'm going to do 3, 4, 5 to kill the Dead Lord. And so that Dead Lord is dead. Okay. This is going to come back to haunt me. Okay, so I'm going to ready. Get rid of a time counter. Okay, at some point I'm going to have to grab these. Raise my threat. I have to do this. 2, 3. So all I did was get treacheries. So I'm going to get the Dead Lord, and the Dead Lord comes back out. But I don't have to worry about his forced effect yet. Okay. Okay, let's get some... Oh, I did kill somebody with Legolas, so I get to draw a card. I get the Tree People. That's nice. Okay, so now at the end of the round, I did raise my threat, I did everything, so now I get to get some resources, and now I get to draw... Oh, I get a second copy of this guy. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out Thalion. I'm going to put out Galleon, and I'm going to play the Tree People. So we'll see what Tree People does. Okay, so the Tree People is one of these zero-cost events that says return a Sylvan ally you control to your hand. Hey, look at this guy worth 0 that I was just able to bring back into my hand. And it says, search the top 5 of your deck, find an ally, put him directly into play. So let's see what I get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only get one ally. That ally, even though she can't attack or defend, I'm able to take the top card of my discard pile and shuffle it back into my deck. So I'm going to play her. And I put the top card of my discard pile, which was Feign Voices, which is exactly what I want to have, and I want to put that back into my deck. Here's the thing. I don't have to quest for very much because I'm going to try to get rid of this thing. Okay, I could try to quest over this, but I just think that trying to quest 14, and I'm just going to have to give it up. So, but here's the Glathrym Weaver. Here's Galleon. I'm going to put Galleon back into play. I'm saving my resources because I want to bring out a Sylvan Tracker to heal things, at least one. So that's kind of my hope here. And so I guess we need to quest, and there's only 3 in the staging area, and I only need to make 1 here, so I don't need to quest for a ton. So I'm going to quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, and if I need to, I can add with her. So that's 6. Okay, so let's see what we get. It says, when revealed, raise each player's threat by the threat of the active location. This is perfect. There's no active location. Okay, good. So get through here, get through this. This is done. This goes into the staging area. Okay, or into the victory display. Okay, so this one I'm not going to be able to get. No travel. I do have some things that I can do now. I can't heal him yet, but I am going to have to... let's see. I think I'm going to try to keep him in the staging area. So here's what I'm going to do. During the travel phase, there's an action window. I'm going to play Island Amid Perils, which reduces my threat. And that's going to allow me to take Legolas back into my hand and lower my threat by 4, because Legolas costs 4. So I'm down to 31 threat, which is below this guy's willpower. So that's going to help me, or below this guy's threat cost. So I have 31. Now it's combat phase. Or engagement. I don't have to engage. I'm leaving him up in the staging area. And now I'm going to deal out some shadow cards. And now I'm going to spend 4. Am I going to be able to... I don't know if I'm going to be able to kill. So I'm going to spend 4. I'm going to bring out Legolas. I'll just have to wait for healing. Okay, and now... Legolas is buffed. Let's see. So I'm going to use... Well, we'll see. I'm going to defend with Thranduil. This one first. Attacking enemy gets +1. So now I'm going to use the action that gives me +2 defense. So now he's at 5 defense. Okay. So now I can take him and ready him and bring Galleon back into my hand, and I will defend again this attack with Thranduil. And it says, each undead enemy engaged with you gets +1 attack and +1 defense until the end of the round. Okay, so +1 attack, no damage, Thranduil lives. Okay, but the +1 defense is a pain in the neck. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Legolas to kill this guy. Okay, by killing him, I'm able to draw a card, which I get the Handmaiden, which is a good card to have. And now, can I do 9? I don't think I can do 9. I can do some, though. I can do 2, 5. I can do 5. So this guy takes 1 damage. Okay. Okay, so now look. At the end of the round, I'm going to exhaust Galadriel and lower my threat by 1. I get Orifin. Okay, now ready. Okay, raise my threat. Give myself some resources. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this goes goodbye, and now we have to move on to stage 2A. Okay, so here's 2A. Whenever I see this one, I'm thinking it says Trivial Pursuit, but it doesn't. There are a couple of hidden gems. There's a Welcome to the Jungle. There's Wild Stallion. There's all sorts of funny things that they do, but that does not say Trivial Pursuit. That says Thardir's Pursuit. Okay, and it says when revealed, add Thardir to the staging area. Let's see what Thardir is. Okay, so Thardir there on the left is a undead wraith with 4 threat, 6 attack, 4 defense, and 9 hit points. It says after a treachery card with the sorcery trait is revealed from the encounter deck, Thardir heals 3 damage and makes an immediate attack against the first player. So sorcery treacheries, bad news. They are even worse by the burden attachment that I earned way back earlier, I think in Dead Man's Dyke, Thardir's Majesty, where I have to attach that to Thardir, even if he's out of play, and it says after a sorcery treachery is revealed, move Thardir's Majesty to the hero with the most non-objective attachments. Counts as a sorcery, and that hero gets -2 and cannot commit to the quest. So that's going to end up being Thranduil. It'd be nice if that went onto Galadriel, but definitely going to be onto Thranduil. So this guy goes back in the staging area. Each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for an undead enemy and adds it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. So the undead enemy that I'm going to look for is the Cursed Dead. Anytime you add it, it doesn't do the when revealed, and so I'll be happy to engage him and do some stuff against him, hopefully. Now we're going to flip it over, and it says -5 quest points for each clue objective attached to a character. It has 30 quest points, but we're going to put it down to 20 because I am going to attach these things to folks. Okay, so there we go. So let's take a look at the 2 clue objectives that are in the staging area. Okay, so that says Heirloom of Iarkon. I thought it was a typo when I thought it was supposed to be Iarion, but the flavor text definitely highlights that it's supposed to be Iarkon. And then it says, exhaust Amarthiel or a hero to claim the Heirloom of Iarkon, then attach Heirloom of Iarkon to that character. Attached character gets +1 willpower. So that can go on to that can go on to Galadriel, which would be great, or even Celeborn, because Celeborn has been questing every round. And then it says exhaust Amarthiel or a hero to claim it, and then that means to claim the Dakenar's brand, and then you attach to that character, then you get +1 attack while attacking undead enemies. So I think we're going to be on Galadriel and Amarthiel here, probably, or Galadriel and Celeborn. Okay, so there's the 2 objectives that I've earned. Here's the enemies that are out there. This is Thardir, the Cursed Dead, and this dude, the Dead Lord. Okay, so now I should probably draw a card and see what we got here. Okay, I get another copy of Nenya. That doesn't do anything. The only good part about this is that if I have to discard an attachment, if I have to discard Nenya, that'll be fine, and then I can use this copy to put right back out. So I'm going to put Galleon into play. How much is in the staging area right now? That's 8. I'm going to move this up because I'm done with Arnor Ravage, so that's 8. And I think I'm going to actually exhaust her to claim the heirloom, because I'm going to have to engage a couple of these guys, and this is going to get UGLY. I ain't got no alibi. It's ugly. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use these guys to probably chump, because I'm going to have to chump up here some things. I'll have to engage 2. Okay, so I'm doing 3, 6, and I'm at 8. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. That's 8, I guess. Oh, you know what I can do? Let's do this instead. Let's commit him to the quest, raise my threat by 1, and give all my other unique characters +1. So let's see. So that's going to be 1, 3 is 4, another 4 is 8, and another 2 is 10. So that's 10. Then I can ready him for at least 1 defense, and it's good. I do have a Test of Will in my hand in case something crazy happens. Okay, here we go. We get the Decrepit Ruins. When it's in the staging area, each location and side quest in the staging area gets +2 quest points. Okay, that is actually the best card for me to get, because it doesn't impact my staging area, it doesn't impact anything, and I actually succeeded the quest. Okay, so I'll put Decrepit Ruins. This side quest, this is out of play. This guy isn't any longer here. Okay, so that's 9, and I did 10, so I get to put a progress on here. Okay, and let's see. I have to engage some things. I'm going to travel to the Decrepit Ruins. I'm going to leave this up here. And now let's see. Deal shadow cards. Okay, ready Thranduil by bringing Galleon back into my hand. I'm going to spend 3 to bring this guy out. I don't have a way to cancel a shadow effect. So let's see, what can I do? This guy's, let's see, I'm gonna chump this guy here. Ready? Let's see. No shadow. This guy dies. Okay, it's fine, but it's not fine. Okay. And this guy has 2 defense because he just came out into play. So I'm going to use him to defend the Cursed Dead. That's sad. Okay, well, I do a damage. Why is that sad? I'm sure you're saying sad because there was no shadow effect, so I could have used Thranduil to do that. So now I'm going to use Amarthiel. Even though I want his attack, I'm going to use Amarthiel to defend this guy. And this guy does have a shadow effect. It gives +1 if the defending player does not control +3. I do control a clue objective. So Amarthiel takes a damage. Okay, so now attack backs. I can do 3 and kill this guy. Draw a card. Oh, I get to tree people. That is great. Okay. And then, let's see. Do I have enough to do anything? I am going to attack for... I'll attack. Doesn't matter, either guy. It doesn't do any damage, but at least it exhausts this guy. So now let's see. So now, end of the round. These 2 things still stay engaged with me, but I have to raise my threat. And now I will ready everything. And when I ready, the only person that doesn't heal now is Amarthiel. And because of the Sylvan Tracker, I'm able to heal a whole bunch of people. Now I draw a card. I get an Unexpected Courage. Then I will put 1, 2, 3 resources. So I'm going to do the same thing I did 2 rounds ago. So I'm going to put Galleon into play. Then I'm going to tree people by bringing Galleon back out. And let's see what I get here. I get 2 allies. So here's the thing. I can't bring out a second copy of Legolas. It just cannot hit the board. So the only other thing I can do is bring out Henemarth. Which, again, I guess it's better than a sharp stick in the eye, but I'm not getting a lot of good value. Okay, so I'm going to exhaust Amarthiel to claim the brand. And so that allows me to have an extra attack. And so that's going to be the last thing that I do here. Oh, and the other thing that's the last thing I'm going to do to claim. So I can't use Amarthiel this round, but I'll be able to kill some things next round, hopefully. I am going to lower my threat and draw a card. I get another copy of the Elven King, which doesn't help me out. Okay, so time for questing. Okay, sorry about that. I had to, I'm trying to adjust my camera. Okay, so now we are in the questing phase. So hopefully I remember what everything is going on here. Okay. Let's see. So in the staging area is 3. I want to try to stay below this guy's engagement cost for a couple of reasons. I don't want to have to engage and then engage another dead. I want to get an undead thing. I want to be able to do something. And plus, I don't have a ton of firepower right now. So I'm hoping to get a little something going on here. I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. Let's quest. So let's quest for 1. Let's see. 2, 4, 5, 6. 6. That's going to get me through there. And then, let's see, I can defend a little bit with him. I could defend here, and then this I'm going to have to chump somehow. So I'll defend here, or I'll still do this. 6. So 2, 4, 6, 5, 6, and then 9, I guess. So hopefully I can get through here. Hopefully this isn't too crazy. Okay, so 9 versus 3. Let's see what we get here. And I get the location of Forbidden Descent. So let's see what we have. The Forbidden Descent is in the staging area. This is a 2-cost 6 quest point location. Ugh. Okay, but that's It's okay for right this moment. And it says, while Forbidden Descent is in the staging area, the first 2 progress that would be placed on a quest each round must be placed on Forbidden Descent instead. That's interesting because the forced effect on it says if Forbidden Descent leaves play from the staging area, raise each. So it's this quest is particularly trying to make me raise my threat. Okay, so Forbidden Descent is here. So there's 5 in the staging area. I make 3 on this. This guy goes goodbye. No effects there, and then I get to put 2. I get to put 1 here, but 1 here means 1 here actually. Okay. So I still manage to stay under this guy's engagement cost, which is great. And 32, that's that's how that's going to work. Okay. Now let's see here. I have a lot of options. I'm going to deal shadow cards. So 1, 2. Okay. So now some defenses. I think right now I'm going to take 1, 2, 3. This. I'm going to spend 3. And I'm going to bring out Orphan. By bringing out Orphan, I'm able. Let's take a look at Orphan, that way you know what's going on. Okay, so Orphan is ranged, and it says after Orphan enters play, return a Sylvan ally from your discard pile to your hand. And so the only Sylvan ally I have in my discard pile is the Minstrel, but that's going to change because I'm going to have to defend and do all sorts of crazy things. So, but that guy goes back into my hand. But the good thing that I'm trying to do is to get some more attack so that maybe I can try to kill the White of Rudar. Okay, so this guy comes back into my hand. I guess I will defend the White of Rudar with man, I'm still a little shook by the shadow effect. Because if there's a shadow effect, there's like +1 and +3 shadow effects and things like that. So, well, here, what I'll do, I will defend. I'll chump Henemarth against Thardir here, and it says attacking either gets +3 or +3. So this is the other losing time. So that is appreciated. So this guy goes by, but hopefully I'll be able to get him back with Orphan if I can bring Orphan out into play. So do I take a chance? Okay, I will take a chance. I will defend. This guy's attacking for 3. The Sylvan Tracker has 1 defense, but 3 hit points. So if there's a shadow effect, the tracker dies, but at least it's not Thranduil. No shadow. Whew. Okay. The tracker takes 2 damage, and now I get to attack here. So I have to do 7 to this. Do I have 7 to do? Just barely. Wow. Okay. So that's 3, 6, 7, and this guy dies. Okay. And because Legolas was used, I get to draw a card. I get the last copy of Nenya, so I have all copies of Nenya out. Okay. So now we will ready. Raise my threat. I healed people. I didn't get a chance to ready Thranduil with the Elven King, so I couldn't use Galleon. But I'm at 33, so I'm hoping to be able to lower my threat here. Maybe not with Galadriel, but probably with Galadriel. Draw a card. And I get a second test of will, which is great. Let's see. I'm going to use Galadriel to lower my threat, because I want to stay under the engagement cost of this guy. Draw a card, and I get another Handmaiden. Okay, so that's a good start here. And then this location isn't doing anything against me right now, so I don't necessarily have to get through the location. But it would be nice. 3, 4, 5, 7. So 7 versus 3. Let's see what we do here. And I get Centuries of Sorrow. Okay, so it says Centuries of Sorrow. It's a treachery. It's not a sorcery treachery. So it says the first player must choose a new quest to be the current quest if able. I don't have any other quest cards out, so it's just a surge. And then I get another one of these guys. So that's actually not bad. The Forbidden Descent. So, okay. Let's see what happens and clean up the staging area and go from there. I'm at 5 in the staging area. And I'm at 7 here. So I do 2 progress. That's it. I don't have to put anything here. I don't have to deal with this guy. I will have to worry about Thardir at some point. So let's see. Engagements. What is the topmost undead here? Is the traitorous, or the Wight of Rudar. I don't think I want to deal with the Wight of Rudar. So I'm going to try to keep this guy still in the staging area. I can, let's deal a shadow card. That's the first thing. Okay, so one of 2 things. I can bring out the Minstrel to go look and see if I can find the Feigned Voices in the top 5. That's looking really appealing. And I would save a resource here. The second thing I could do is bring out a Handmaiden to lower my threat to be able to do this. To be able to use her willpower next time. So that's an option. And then the third option, which I'm not as keen on, is to get the Sylvan Tracker out so I can heal up more of these things. But right now, I'm not desperate for healing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Minstrel. Okay, so I'm going to bring the Minstrel out and spend 2. And now, remember, the Minstrel allows me to go find an event in the top 5. So I'm hoping to find Feigned Voices. And I find 4 allies and 1 attachment. So that guy whiffs. He's attacking for 6. So right now I can't defend with Thranduil. I need to find some of the defense cards. I need to find Ancestral Armor, something. So I'm still stuck kind of, let's see, doing this. So I'm going to chump with the Minstrel. And it says attacking enemy gets +1 or +2 instead if there's a copy of the defending character. So look, there's no copy of that defending character in the discard pile. Dies. Okay. So now how much damage can damage can I do? I can do 3, 4, 7, 8, So that's finally some damage on this guy. Let's see. I'm going to keep Galleon for now because I don't want to. I want to. Let's see. I want to heal Thranduil all the way because I think next round I'm going to try to engage this guy. We ready? And we go from here. I want to be. Oh, let's see. How much did I think I do another extra one here? Yes. Okay. Some resources. Raise my threat. I'm at 33 threat. Draw a card. I get another Galathrim Weaver. Okay. So if I bring out the Handmaiden, that allows me to lower my threat by 1 and quest for an extra little bit. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring her out. Oh, I readied a whole bunch, so I get to do this, this, and this. Okay. Okay. So I lower my threat by 1. And now she can quest for 3 this round. So that's going to help out, I think. Okay. Let's see. So this is 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9. Let's do it like this. Let's do 8 like that. Okay. So 3, 4, 5, 8. And then if I need to, I can add Galadriel's, but I'm trying to not because I want to be able to draw. So, but I also want to do some damage. I don't really want to engage this guy. So I'm at 8. I'm probably going to have to use her. She's questing for 5. Or she has 5 willpower. Okay, what do we have? Okay, we have the Ghostly Ruins. So let's do that. Okay, so this is a 4 threat, 4 quest point location that says anytime the encounter deck runs out of cards, return the topmost undead enemy in the encounter discard pile to the staging area before resetting the encounter deck. So, and then to travel, you return the topmost undead enemy in the encounter discard pile into the staging area. So, so it seems like I'm probably going to have to deal with some undead enemies here, but let's see how all this works out. So there's the Ghostly Ruins, the Dead Lord. So we're at 9 in the staging area right now, and I quested for 8. So I'm gonna quest with, or I'm gonna add Galadriel's quest. So that's 5 more. So that's 13. 8. That's 5. So that's 3 here. And then 2 that would normally go onto the location, onto the quest, goes onto this silly location here. Okay, so I get rid of this. Okay, and now I think I'm going to travel here to get rid of the 4. And the topmost undead is this thing. Does it say return that to the staging area? Yes, okay. So that's a great thing to do because it doesn't become revealed. And so now I will engage this guy. It's a little easier to deal with him. Okay, so now I'm going to deal shadow cards. Okay, so now I need to do some defending here. Okay, I'm going to defend the Cursed Dead with Thranduil. No shadow. Okay, now I'm going to bring Galleon back into hand and ready Thranduil. And let's see. If I could just cancel a shadow effect, I would be happy using Thranduil right now, but I can't cancel that shadow effect. So I guess I just have to use... I'm going to use this Sylvan Tracker. I'm going to use this Handmaiden. I don't know. What the heck, right? Like, okay. There is a shadow effect, and it says, if this attack destroys a character, raise your threat by the destroyed character's willpower. So now I have to raise my threat by 2. Okay. And now I have to do some damage. Let me do 3 to this and kill it and draw my card. I get my 3rd test of will. So that makes me feel a little safer. And now I'm just going to pile on and do as much as I can here. 4, 5, 6. So I do 2 more here. Okay. So ready, everybody. So now I'm going to have to raise my threat. I get another Galathrim Minstrel. Okay. Well, the first thing that I'm going to do is put out Galleon. So Galleon gives me 2. And then I don't know if I want to play that guy, because I want to keep something. I want to be able to keep 1 for my test of will. I'll use Galadriel to lower my threat by 1. Draw a card. Oh, and I get Ancestral Armor. Woo! Look at that. I'm going to put that right onto Thranduil for 4. I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, so Ancestral Armor gets attached to a noble or leadership character. It doesn't have to be a noble or leadership hero. It's restricted, and the character gets +2 defense and +2 hit points. And that allows me to deal with Thardir a little bit easier, because now I have 5 defense and 6 hit points. Okay, so this is restricted. So Thranduil has his 2 restricted slots taken up, which is one by the One Ring and then the other by the Ancestral Armor. Okay, so now I feel a little bit better about going into this. Okay, so questing. This may be the one round that I don't know, I have 5 in the staging area. Okay, I have to get through here. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, let's see, 4, 5, 8. Okay, so I'll do 8. And I'm stalling out, but at some point now that I can get this guy can come down, I can do a couple of defenses. I can defend with Martha. I can kill things. I feel like we're like 2 rounds away. Maybe not, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Side quest, and it's a Surgy side quest. At the end of the refresh phase, raise each player's threat by 2. And then it says, after. Well, let me show you. Let's look at it. Okay, so search the ruins. It's 8 quest points, and it says at the end of the refresh phase, raise each player's threat by 2. So we're going to have a lot of threat coming up, so I want to make sure that I can do that. But then it says lower each player's threat by 2, but it's Surgy, so let's see what it surges into. Not a Cursed Dead. We get this 4 cost Ghostly Ruins, which is still the active location right now. So there's 9 in the staging area, and I quested for 8. I thought I was going to be okay. I don't have anything that I can do to prevent that from happening. So okay, so I fail the quest by 1. This is still the active location. It's a bummer. Okay, so now This guy comes down, and then the topmost undead comes down. And now I'm out of cards here. So this one goes here. The Ghostly Ruins, it says anytime the encounter deck runs out of cards. So that's so it doesn't trigger until next time I have to do it. But I'm going to have to do it for this one and this one. So I'm going to end up having undead enemies coming out. I'm going to need to do something crazy here pretty soon. Okay. Well, let's see. First thing I will do is defend this attack with Thranduil, and Thranduil will take 1 damage. I will ready Thranduil with the Elven King, and I will defend this second attack here. And it says attacking gets +1 if this attack destroys a character, which it doesn't. Okay, so no damage to Thranduil. Okay, and now this guy. So I guess defend with a Marthiel. This guy makes it. I want to keep. I wish I could. I don't know. Oh well. Let's see. So I'm going to use Orphan and I'm just going to use Legolas, because all I want to do is kill this guy and make him the topmost. Oh, you know what? Doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, I just want to make that guy the topmost. So I'm going to draw a card because of, like, look, Legolas draws me Legolas. It's a bummer. Okay. Like, I haven't gotten any of my heavy attackers, really. Wow. It's rough. Okay. Well, ready, everybody. Okay, so now I raise my threat by... an X, so I'm up to 38 threat. Okay, draw a card. I do get Rumil. I'll play this guy. So that goes to find me an event. So let's see. Oh man, tough choices. So Feign Voices or Tree People. Feign Voices would allow me to cancel this attack because I'm going to get a couple people. Tree People would allow me maybe to bring out an attacker. I'm going to pick the Feign Voices because I feel like I'm going to have a lot of combat this round. Oh, I did ready, so this guy's good. Okay, then I'll bring out Galleon. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have 5 more here. There's 6 here, 4 there, 2. I'm not going to get through it this time, but maybe I'll be able to get through it next time. And then I'm going to have to take the topmost undead enemies. I'm going to end up having 4 undead enemies engaged with me. And that's going to be 5, actually. It's going to be rough because I have these 2 Ghostly Ruins out. Well, let's see what we can do here. And then I'm going to need some attackers, which I have. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. So I'm at 7. Then I'll be at 12. Okay, I'll do 7. Okay, so now, because of this Ghostly Ruins and this Ghostly Ruins, I have to take the topmost and put them back in the staging area. So look, that's going to be another 4, right? They go into the staging area. Let's see. So 2, 10. I'm at 10. Okay, 10 versus 7. What do we get? We get a Tragic Discovery. Raise each player's threat by the threat of the active location. That would be nice to actually be able to cancel that, but I don't have the resource here, so I guess so I have to go up to 42. Okay, so I'll use Galadriel to go up to 12. Galadriel and Nenya, right? So I'm at 12 versus 10. So I make 2 progress here on the active location, and that's it. If I don't lower my threat, I'm going to be out of luck here. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. Okay, I will engage these 2. Oh, this undead enemy? Oh, I don't have to worry about it because there's nothing in this. Okay, so that's good. That's 1 break. Okay. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I'm gonna bring in I have to bring in the Handmaiden just to lower my threat. It's the only way I can do this here. Okay. So I'm down by 1. Okay. I'm balancing on the edge here. I don't think I can get through this, but we'll see what happens. Okay, first things first. Defend Thardir with... no, not defend Thardir. Defend the first Dead Lord with... Thranduil. It says... +1, so that's 5 versus 5, no damage. I will bring Galleon back into my hand to ready Thranduil with the Elven King. And I will bring this guy, let's see, defend with Thranduil again. Let's see. There is a shadow. It says, for each point of damage dealt by this attack, remove 1 progress. No point of damage is dealt by the attack. So don't have to remove anything. Okay. And now, let's see. Who can defend that? Celeborn will defend this cursed dead. No shadow does it damage. Okay. And now this, I'm going to play Feign Voices here and cancel this attack. Okay. And I'll bring back this guy. So now it's a matter of, let's see, I'll do 3 and kill this thing. Actually, let's see. I can do 4 and 1, that's 5. That kills this. And then can I do more? Can I kill 3, 4, 5? I'll kill this guy with Legolas and Orifin. And now I will draw a card. For Legolas, I get Haldir. Doesn't do me any good. Okay, so now I have to raise my threat by 3. It's the end of the round, so I'm at 44. Ready. I have to get through this side quest in order to make it through. So I'm going to bring in Galleon, and I'm going to play the Neath Guide. And the Neath Guide is going to target Thranduil. Oh, I can't even raise my threat. and use Thranduil's ability. But he's still going to target Thranduil. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 14, 16. Okay, 16 versus 6. I'm not even going to calculate it. That's about the best I can do. And I have a resource for test of will. I have some chumps. So 6, 10, 18, and I'm at 16, and then plus 5 is 21. There's 18 out here. So if I get something with less than 3, I'll be good. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Okay, when revealed, Restless Evil. Each undead enemy gets +1, +1, +1 until the end of the round. So you know what? It would add 1 and 1 here, but I just don't want to deal with it. So I'm going to use Test of Will to cancel that. Okay, so now I'll use Galadriel and Nenya to put me up to 21. So that's 6 minus 21 is 15. So that's 2 here. 6 minus 21 is 15. So that's 2, 10. 2 more go here, but I still have enough to get through the side quest, and I lower my threat by 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. This goes here. I will travel here. So I don't want that to go off. Okay. And then I'll be able to kill this, put that on the top, travel here, hopefully. Okay. So shadow cards. Okay, I will defend Thardir with Thranduil. 5 versus... It says attacking enemy gets +1, +3 instead if it does not control. I do control a clue objective, so +1 means that Thranduil takes 2 damage. And now I will ready Thranduil by pulling Galleon back into my hand with the Elven King, and he'll defend this dude. And let's see. It says, for each point of damage dealt by this attack, no damage will be dealt by this attack. Okay. Is there some way that I can cheese some amount of damage? That's 3. That's going to kill this guy. So I get to draw a card. Hey, I finally get something reasonable. Okay. Okay, so I feel like it's now or never for me. I draw the Host of the Galathrim. I'm at 42 threat. If I don't get this soon, I may have to just play the Host of the Galathrim and just kind of be done, but and just hope that everything works out. But okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put Galleon out. Now I can use Thranduil's ability, but it puts me perilously close to threading out if I do. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I did ready these two, so I get to do this. So let's see. I'm going to do 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 11, and I'm going to use Thranduil. That's 11, and that's 13, and then I'm going to raise my threat by 1, and exhaust the ring. And that gives me, let's see, 13, 14, 15, 15, and then I'm going to use Orofin for another 3. So that's 18, I guess. 18 versus 4. That doesn't quite get me through there, but it makes a huge dent on it. Okay. I guess I could use a Marthi, but I don't know. That would give me another 3. Would that be able to get me through this? 3. Let me make sure that I did this right. 18, and this will add 6. Okay, let's do it. Oh, I finally get a sorcery treachery. It says each player must exhaust a character he controls, attach Haunting Fog to the current quest. The current quest gets plus 6 quest points. So I'm actually going to cancel that. Well, let's see. Let me see what happens when I cancel it. How much am I going to do? I'm going to do 24. But yeah, I'm going to spend the 1. And I'm going to cancel it. So that's a test of will. But that makes this go off. So this goes here onto him. He can't attack. He gets -2. Oh, and he can't quest, right? Gets -2 and cannot commit to the quest. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So this is canceled. And now he heals 3. 1, 2, 3. And he makes an immediate attack. So deal a shadow card, bring Galleon back into my hand, defend with Thranduil. Let's see. No shadow. Thranduil takes 1 damage. Okay. So now I will use... Well, am I gonna... Let's see. Am I gonna be able to clear this time? She's gonna get 6. So at 24, so if I do 20, let's see, 4 to 18, 1 short. Okay, so I'm actually not going to use her, because if I don't use her to quest, I can lower my threat and draw a card, which is what I want to do. So I'm going to do 18, let's see, versus 4 is 14. So that's 4, and then I can do 2 here, which is 12 left. I have 12 left to place. So I'll do that. And look, I'm 1 short. I'm going to leave this because I don't want to engage any undeads. Okay, well, now I have to chump okay, well, let's see. I'm going to, during the travel phase, I guess, I'm going to exhaust Galadriel, lower my threat by 1. Maybe I'll draw a Greenwood Archer. Oh, I get the Greenwood Archer. I actually do. Oh my gosh. Well, there's 3 of them in the deck, and I only have like 12 cards left. So the reason why I was so excited is because the Greenwood Archer, when he comes into play, I get to ready a hero, which will be Thranduil. Hello. And then he actually gets bonus attack, and I may actually be able to do all the things I need to do to get through this. Whew, this has been a marathon here. Combat. I deal a shadow card. I use Thranduil's combat action to bring out the Greenwood Archer. The Greenwood Archer readies Thranduil. So now I can defend Thardir with Thranduil and pray that there's no crazy shadow effect. For each point of damage, remove 1 progress. So this does 1 point of damage. So we remove 1 progress. So we have 12 on the quest. So that's good. Now I'm going to attack back. I'm going to do 4, 7, 10. So that's 10 points of damage. Let's ready. And I won't be able to play the Host of the Glathrim, but I think that this is the round. If I can quest, not get a sorcery to heal him, I'll be okay. Okay, so ready. Raise my threat. Draw a card. I get another Neath Guide. Now I'm starting to get these allies here that I want to see. Okay. So Thranduil can't commit to the quest. That's his penalty. So I'm going to play 2 and play the Neath Guide down. And I'm going to target Celeborn. Now I could bring out this girl, the Glathrim Weaver, but I just think that I need to save the 1 for a just in case I get a sorcery treachery. Okay, so questing. 2. Oh, I did ready, so this guy heals. Okay, so 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's my 13. 13. And I'm up against 4 in the staging area. So that would be -4 is 9. If I get nothing, I get through this. So, location. Give me a location. Give me a location. And it is a location. It's the Forbidden Descent. The first 2 progress. So that's 6. Let's see. So 13. I will use Galadriel to boost my from 13 to 18. So that's 6. That's 12. The Forbidden Descent. The first 2 go here. And then I get 10 to put here. 20 on here. Thardir has 9 damage. I got through this with 43 threat. Whew. I told you these last couple of quests were going to be dangerous. Not dangerous, but tough. So, yeah. So let's see what happens. Okay. Well, I do have clue objectives. Well, let's see. Let's look at the campaign resolution. Okay, it says for each clue a player controls, that player may add the boon with the same name to the campaign pool and their deck. Whoa. Okay, let's see here. So what do I have? I have Dakinar's Brand and the Heirloom of Iarkon. Okay, so on the left there is the Heirloom of Iarkon, and it doesn't have a setup effect, so it goes in my hand and it says attached to a hero, restricted. Hero gets +1 will, and after you play, it says heal all damage from attached character. That's great because it doesn't have to go on to Galadriel, but she's the one that always struggles with getting damage. And then it says Dakinar's Brand, or healing. She's the one that struggles with healing damage. And then Dakinar's Brand, it says attached to a hero, restricted. Attached hero gets +1/+2 instead when attacking an undead enemy, which most of these guys are. And it says after you play Dakinar's Brand, search the top 5 cards of the encounter deck for a sorcery, treachery, and add it to the victory display. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So I'll put those in there. And then the other thing that I was able to do was I was able to play Determination onto onto Amarthiel. So Amarthiel has Determination along with Thranduil. I'm excited to go on to one of the hardest scenarios in the game, and hopefully I can handle it with my deck. I don't know how Carn Doom's going to go, but okay, everybody, have a great day.